Hey everybody! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mama, where Mama knows everything TV and anime related. And what anime channel would I be without talking about one of the best studios of all time, Studio Ghibli. Today I'm here to talk about my top 5 favorite Studio Ghibli films. And keep in mind, this top 5 list are all Studio Ghibli films that really hit close to home for me, that are films that I personally connected with. So just because you may not see one super big film up there does not mean I don't like it. I probably love it. But before we get into the list, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that way you will never miss another video that I post, and you can stay up to date with all of the glorious TV and anime related fun. Now onto my 5th favorite Studio Ghibli film, Princess Mononoke, or to be correct in Japanese, Mononoke no Hime. The film Princess Mononoke starts off with a young boy named Ashitaka who belongs to a tribe that gets attacked one night by a demon-possessed boar god. Ashitaka fights the boar god, and in doing so he gets injured and has a curse placed on him. So this starts off his adventure to break ties with his tribe to venture off into the Forbidden Forest, which is where the boar god is from, to find a possible way to break the curse. However, he finds himself caught in the middle of a raging conflict between the spirits of the Forbidden Forest and Iron Town, which is a human settlement that continuously clears out the forest of its iron ore. So Ashitaka and this other young girl who he saves, named San, finds it their mission to help the two sides find a way to live in peace and harmony. It's a really powerful film. It's really beautiful and has a lot of psychological layers. And on top of that, a lot of people want to say that the end resolves too quickly, like, oh, no war. But Miyazaki didn't want to portray the end to be no war. Think of it more as, how about no hate? Or how about not even having hate in the first place? Alright, my number 4 favorite Studio Ghibli film of all time is this guy right here. Isn't he cute? So, the movie My Neighbor Totoro starts off with these two young girls, Sasuke and her younger sister Mei, as they settle into their new home in the countryside with their father, as they wait for their mother to recover from her illness in the local hospital. While exploring their new home, they encounter plenty of playful spirits in their house and in the nearby forest, which is home to the most notable spirit of them all, the big, lovable oaf himself, Totoro. This film is very cute, it's super imaginative, and super creative with the adventures that Sasuke and Mei go on with Totoro and his friends. And my favorite character in the movie of all time will forever be Cat Bus. I mean, look at it. It's so cute. I cry every time I see the scene where Mei gets lost for a whole entire day and no one knows where she is. And then who comes in to save the day? The Cat Bus. Oh my god. Don't cry, Nick. Don't cry. Not right now. Not with Totoro. Not with Totoro. Every time I sit in my seat, I'm like, you go, Cat Bus. You better save that girl. Yeah. Alright, now on to my 3rd favorite Studio Ghibli film of all time. And no, Spirited Away is not my number 1, simply because there are a few other films by Studio Ghibli that hit closer to home for me. Spirited Away starts off with this young girl, Chihiro, and her parents, who come across an abandoned amusement park. In this amusement park, her parents turn into large pigs, because, you know, Ghibli, and Chihiro finds out from a young boy named Haku that this abandoned amusement park is actually a resort meant for the spirits who are trying to take some time off from Earth. So, in order to save her parents and to escape this world, Chihiro forms a pact with the resort head, Yubaba, The pact consists of her working there at the resort as the only human to pay off her parents' debt for the damage that they have caused Yubaba. Needless to say, Chihiro helps a lot of people at the resort because of her selfless acts. The character development in this is so amazing, especially seeing Chihiro go from this tiny, meek little girl who was sheltered and afraid of a gust of wind to becoming and maturing into this young woman who knows how to put her foot down and will stand up for what she believes in and will stand up for what she wants. It's also an Academy Award-winning film that has beautiful artwork and a wonderful script. Highly recommend it. Alright, now on to my second favorite Studio Ghibli film of all time. The Tale of Princess Kaguya is a film from Studio Ghibli that not many people really know about, simply because it isn't directed by Miyazaki. The Tale of Princess Kaguya is actually based off of a Japanese fairy tale called The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, which starts off with the bamboo cutter finding a tiny girl inside of a glowing bamboo stalk. He takes her to his wife, and the two of them decide to raise the girl as their own child. In the beginning of the film, she befriends all the kids in her village and they have a great time. She's living her youth, she's just enjoying life as a child, until one day she has to leave all of this to live life as a princess in the capital. However, this takes a huge downturn as Kaguya, the little girl, is forced to live the life she never wanted to live, and is also forced to do things she does not feel comfortable with doing. As a result of all this, she goes into a huge depression and internalizes everything. And throughout the film, you can see her decay more and more and more and more until she eventually snaps. This is a very powerful film whose main message is how to deal with depression. And that subject is really near and dear to my heart, which is why Princess Kaguya is my second favorite Studio Ghibli film. It did a phenomenal job at displaying what internalizing your emotions can look like. Also, the artwork is so magnificent. The whole entire time, the whole film is in this watercolor, this Japanese watercolor style artwork, and it's just like you're watching moving art. Like every frame of the film can be put into a canvas on your wall. And now, on to my favorite Studio Ghibli film of all time, and will remain my favorite Studio Ghibli film of all time because it's so amazing. This film has hit really close to home for me on some topics they cover in this movie. The movie Nausicaa starts off far into the future, generations after this huge apocalyptic event has nearly destroyed the whole entire world. One day, Princess Nausicaa's kingdom is attacked and taken over by a rival kingdom called Tomekia. The Tomekians are taking over all these kingdoms in an effort to revive one of the great warriors. That way they can permanently eradicate the whole entire toxic jungle, which is home to large insects called the Ohm. However, Tomekia is unaware of the possibilities of what can happen when you destroy the toxic jungle. So Princess Nausicaa sets out on a quest with another hostage of Tomekia, Asbel, to save the toxic jungle and put a stop to Tomekia's horrid plans. This film, just like Princess Mononoke, does a really good job at allowing you to pick your own antagonist. Each side is fighting for something that they believe in, and each side is not wrong for what they want to fight for. And Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind is a film that not many people really know about, simply because when it first premiered, it wasn't a Studio Ghibli film. However, because it was written by Miyazaki, directed by Miyazaki, and animated by so many of the future Studio Ghibli team, they decided to rebrand it as a Studio Ghibli film. And the message it holds is so powerful especially Nausicaa's message. She will look you in the eye with a gun pointed to her head and hold out her arms like this and say, do it. Oh my god, I admire that in a character. A strong, badass female lead who doesn't fight because she knows that that's not worth it, that to obtain peace, that you need to be the bigger person than your enemy. Oh my god, she's like the OG Ghibli civil rights activist. I could sit here and talk about each and every one of these films for an hour at a time. However, I am not going to do that because I do not want to put you to sleep, and plus, I am getting hungry. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel so that way you will never miss another video that I post, and you can keep on seeing the wonderful face of Mama. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Either way, I want y'all to have a good day and stay safe, stay sane, and stay sexy as hell out there. And I shall see you next time. Bye.